Hey guys, I wanted to show you the padding on the wolf real quick, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm planning on giving you guys a copy of this cheek padding I made and the ear shape that I have on here. It's a pattern, but I use the word pattern very loosely because you'll have to do some finagling to get it to look right and to fit on the base right. But I know several of you bought this base from me and were asking about how to add the cheek shape on so it looks more like a wolf. And when I made this base, the whole point of making a resin base is to make it kind of thin and as lightweight as you can, and then do the cheeks with foam. At least that's how I go about it, because otherwise this would be absolutely massive as a resin base if you included the cheeks in it and made it this wide. So eventually I want to make a really nice digital pattern and put this in the Etsy shop, or potentially make cast foam cheeks and ears. It just kind of depends on what people want. This would be a lot cheaper than cast foam ears and cheeks, but from a profit standpoint, it might be more beneficial for me to cast them. I don't know. I'm going to think about it, but either way, I'm going to scan this and put this on Patreon for you guys to use for free. And like I said, it's not refined. I literally just duct taped one side of the cheeks and ears so I could replicate it on this side, and it just seemed like a waste to kind of keep it in storage, since I know some of you guys were asking about what shape to use to get the wolf-like silhouette. So this is what the cheek and neck padding piece looks like, and I'm going to hold it up here so you, whoa, without knocking it over, so you guys see where it's intended to go. This little curvy bit goes right here, over the top half of this eye, and then the corner kind of lines up with the jaw. And if you look in here, I've got switches in the way now, but this is supposed to line up with the inside of the ear. And then if you look under here, I'm only using one hand, so it's kind of difficult. This little piece here will go right there, and then the neck comes down and connects. I'm not completely sure if I'm going to keep this neck piece on, or if I'm just going to use it during the patterning phase and then cut it out. It might hold shape on its own without the foam there, but since I've never done it before, I have no idea, and I don't want to cut it off and risk it, so we'll see. The ear. This piece that is going to be uploaded is literally just the inside of this ear. So if you glue it down, you're going to get this shape. You're not going to have any of this around the back of it. And this is the inner ear curve. So I might make some lines on it before I upload it, we'll see. But try and center the center of the ear, kind of with the center of the ear right here. I think this is slightly longer. I think it overlaps just a little bit on each side, but it should be pretty centered. And this shape is actually a piece of EVA foam. You guys can see under here. And once I got the ear all glued on where I wanted it, I cut out this little half moon shape and put the mesh over it to make the ear vent. So what I recommend doing is cutting out a piece of EVA foam a little bit bigger than this. I'd keep this flat side the same, but maybe bring it out here. Glue it to the edge of the base and trace this shape on it. And then use this to line up the ear, and then just cut the excess off. But that's how I get my ears attached to resin bases, because I have a lot of people ask that. When I first started, I actually would put the ears way too far forward because I thought you had to attach it to the base. And I didn't realize that there could be a way to attach it back further and make it look more natural, but that's that. This little piece, it's basically this little piece of padding right here. Just cut it out of 1-inch foam and glue it there, and then use some scissors to kind of shape it the way you want. I think I trimmed it down a little bit here. And then this last piece right here, not to be confused with the inner ear curve, goes on the back here. And this one was definitely tapered. Again, I cut it out a piece of 1-inch foam and I tapered it up with some scissors. And another point on the cheek padding, again, cut out of the 1-inch foam, but this part, the entire part that's attached here on the upper side of the head has been tapered pretty significantly, and it's pretty thin, like maybe down to 1/4 inch. So if you leave it 1 inch and just glue it on here, it's going to stick out pretty far. And maybe that's what you want. If you're going for something like super duper fluffy, that might work out. Anyway, I hope that's helpful, and I will try and get these scanned. I'm not sure when, but I'll try and do it soonish for you guys. And again, this is the Realistic Wolf base I have in my shop. Right now it's listed as a pre-order. It's technically not anymore. I just haven't had time to cast an extra base that I can use to photograph. So hopefully that'll be done soon. But if you do want one, you can go ahead and snag it at the pre-order price of $80, which is $15 cheaper than normal. So act quick if you want one, because as soon as I get the photographs up on Etsy, I'm going to change it to a regular listing. Anyway, thanks for watching.